I help you?
Hi. I'm delivering flyers for Dobbin Enterprises.
Old school, huh?
What do you normally do with flyers when you find them in your door?
Trash them, I guess.
Right, 80% of the time, right? This way to look at them. You'll still statistically most likely throw them away, but the brand awareness is made, so to speak.
No kidding.
No kidding.
So I should look at these.
You should look at those.
Any ones you personally recommend?
Are you hitting on me?
Should I say yes or no?
Well, I have a lot of flyers to hang out, so...
My name's Matt.
Try and find time to look at this, okay?
Are you single?
Are you desperate?
Why do women speak so lowly of desperation? What's so wrong with desperate? Shouldn't all people that don't have someone be desperate to find someone?
Yeah, you really tried too hard.
I take pride in trying.
You should work on your game.
People's lives aren't a game.
I really need to go.
Then take my card. Call if you want, don't if you don't.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Matt. See you later.
Man, I'll never figure women out.
There's nothing to figure out. They're fucked up. I mean, I've been married for 5 years and I still have no idea. Shit, I don't even know why she even fell in love with me. But all I do know is that now we're married, we have a little girl, and I envy you every single day.
You guys okay?
Yeah, we're fine. Everything's her way.
Is that okay with you?
Well, what's my alternative?
You can talk to her, can't you?
Nah, I don't care anymore. Nah, I just live through you.
You know why you feel like that? Because you married your girlfriend. You didn't marry a girl you were crazy for. You married a girl you were seeing, that you had time with, felt comfortable with, felt safe with.
I was crazy about her once. I don't think anybody really stays that way.
My parents did. My parents were always crazy for each other, no matter how much they got at each other's throats. He was all she needed, she was all he needed. It was them, we kids, and everybody else was fucking acquaintances, the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's kind of what we have, minus the passion.
I couldn't live without the passion.
Then don't get married.
Yeah, but I want a family.
Then get married. But you know you might not be as lucky as your parents.
Like I could get married in the first place. I can't even get a second date half the time.
Because you're always trying to figure women out. You can. No man ever has, and no man ever will.
Think I need more game?
I think that's probably a worse idea than trying to figure women out.
Girl I met the other day said I need to work on my game.
I take it this is who all this is about?
I reckon.
You give her your number?
I gave her my card.
Good man. At least it's something.
I don't know. It's been 3 days already.
There's a chance she'll still call.
We'll see.
I got rid of David.
Thought you liked him.
I did. And he told me he loved me.
When did this happen?
2 nights ago. I didn't say anything. After a while, I acted like I'd gotten a text from my mom about my aunt, that she needed to see me. Told him I had to leave.
Now it took Kurt 9 months to tell me they loved me.
Losing Kurt was the best thing that ever happened to you, Katie. He was a fucking asshole the whole time you dated him. You always say I know whenever we talk about Kurt, and then immediately segue into a pity party about how much you miss him, how your life will never be the same without him, and then interject him into the role of the male, regardless of who we're talking about. I'm sorry, you're my best friend, but this is fucking pathetic.
I know.
See? You aren't helping.
You shouldn't need my help, Katie.
Well, actually, yes. I did meet one semi-decent, kind of, maybe sort of, nice guy.
And? Are you gonna call him?
Maybe.
Do you want me to call him for you?
I can do it myself. I just don't know if I want to or not.
See, you always overanalyze everything.
He could be psycho, Lauren.
He could be great in bed, Katie. You have to open up your boundaries if you want to meet somebody new.
It's easier said than done.
So do something easy, like coffee or lunch.
Maybe. I'll think about it.
saw a new Sasha Grey video the other day.
For the porno paper you're writing?
I love grad school. I can't believe they're letting me research porn. When I tell you this girl is a freak, this girl is a goddamn freak. She takes it in the ass like she's saving the world, and she talks more shit than Russell Crowe. I think I love her. I think she's the complete pornographic role model.
You think there are role models in porn?
Absolutely there's role models in porn. Women think this degrades them? Hell to the no. Newsflash. Men have been degrading women since the fucking cave days. They don't need porn for that. Just look at advertising. Women like Sasha Grey, Jenna Hayes, Jenna Jameson, and Nina Hartley, they're porn pioneers using one of the most openly degrading devices to empower and enrich themselves. I say go girl. After all, how many lame-ass guys does the average girl give herself away to and then regret later? Might as well get paid for it. Same goes for prostitution. I'll be honest with you, medical risk is the only reason I don't do both.
Alright, Miss Open-Minded. Tell me this. Why don't you strip?
A, I don't need the money that bad. And B, I prefer to use my mind if possible. If I couldn't, however, and I needed the money bad enough, absolutely.
And I ask you for advice.
Hello?
Hi, is this Matt?
Yes, this is Matt.
Hi, this is Katie. I met you at your house a few days ago. I was delivering flyers, remember?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Just sitting at home, reading.
What are you reading?
War and Peace. I've read it before.
Are you into Russian history?
A little. What are you doing?
I was just sitting here trying to decide if I really had it in me to call you, actually.
So, how's work?
Okay, I guess. I work for a marketing firm. Well, I don't actually work for the firm. I'm employed by the firm through a temp agency. I do it because it's easy, basically. I used to work, as a waitress and diner, but I just couldn't deal with the stress, so I can't do it anymore. I went off on a customer at work one day, and my manager got really pissed off, and I did it again the next night. I had to find a new job with not so much stress, or not dealing with people at all in a subordinate way at all, really.
Why can't you deal with stress?
Well, I was in love with this guy, and he cheated on me, And I really cared about him, so I took him back, and he just cheated on me again, and just kind of fucked me up, So what do you do? I mean, you never told me. Your card doesn't really say.
I'm in internet sales, I guess you could say.
I guess.
I buy stuff online for a lower price, and then I try to turn around and sell it for a higher price.
You make money doing that?
Basically.
How much do you... if you don't mind me asking, how much do you make in a year doing that?
I made a little under 30 grand last year. Beats washing cars, but not much else.
Well, why don't you go back to school?
I already have a degree, actually. Everybody told me to go to college, but nobody told me what to get a degree in. So I got a degree in general studies. You know what you do with a degree in general studies? You buy and sell things online.
Well, you could still go back to school, like I said, get a master's in something, right?
Define something.
Well, what do you like? What do you care about? What defines you?
What defines me?
Yeah. Who are you, What are your hopes, your dreams, your fears? Your deepest held beliefs? What are you sure of, not sure of? What's your philosophy on life? What do you have to offer the world? How do all these things shape you, and what do you want to do with your life? Hello?
I like action movies and classic rock. I can't dance. I drink a lot of coffee. I'm a registered libertarian. I'm not sure that there's a God. My greater philosophy on life is to live and let live. I have no idea what I have to offer the world, or what I'm afraid of. And I know what I want to do with my life. I just don't know what I should be doing for a career. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm grown.
Wow. That's a lot, actually. So what do you want to do with your life?
I want to have a family like the one I grew up in. I want to be the man I was raised to be. I want to be a man like my father.
Are you dating anyone?
No. Not in over a year.
Do you want to get coffee, maybe? Tomorrow?
When?
So, you're having coffee this afternoon, huh?
Yeah, I'm nervous too.
Why?
Because I'm not getting any younger.
You're far from old, man.
There's gonna come a time when I'm not able to date women in their 20s and early 30s anymore. I don't know too many guys over 40 those age girls still go for.
You still have 6 years before you're 40.
Yeah, and 6 years ago I was 28 and I turned around and now I'm 34. Goes by faster the longer we're here, man. We're gonna be 50 before we know it, and we're gonna wonder where our lives went. This is all there is, Ken. There's no do-overs, there's no refunds, and as far as I can see, there's no supernatural. This life is the only shot we've got to get this life right. I believe that more and more as we get older.
And then what? How do you ever live for today? What is worrying and sweating every moment for if you never just take a few as they come?
Is that how you live through me?
No, man.
Because that's what it sounds like.
It's just having the chance. Your life isn't written yet. My life is written. I've seen the final act. And I'm not the hero. I'm not even the protagonist. I'm Janet's sidekick. I'm not even her sidekick. Sidekicks go on adventures. I'm more like Q to her James Bond. I'm her primary contributor. And I chose this life. And I choose to stay in this life. You know, and I love our daughter, but that doesn't mean I don't wonder what could be. Every guy wonders what could be. You know, when I walk by a beautiful woman, yeah, I look at her, and I wonder what it would be like to talk to that beautiful woman. What it would be like to fuck that beautiful woman. Any man who says otherwise is a lying piece of shit. So then I see you as a single man, a free man, free to try to talk to that beautiful woman, free to fuck that beautiful woman. And it could be a woman. It could be the job you want out of town. It could be the car that you want. It could be that trip you want to take. And I don't care how much money a man makes. That's the greatest power we ever wield in this life. The power to direct the course of our lives. And you don't want it, and I can't have it.
The grass is always greener, huh?
If that's where the passion is.
And how do you end up married and I end up single? Is life just a sick prank?
No, because that would infer that life is comedy. And it's not. It's a fucking tragedy. Why do you think women are always looking for a guy with a sense of humor?
Because they don't have one.
Because they're trying to escape the tragedy of their own lives. And they don't care if they make yours one in the process.
I'm gonna totally blow the scuff.
I met a guy out last night. His name's Brian. We ended up back at his place. I was thinking you should have come along so I could teach you how to pick up men without feeling bad about it.
We can't all have a total lack of morals, Lauren.
You vote for morals, I vote for dick.
So you gonna call him or what?
Depends. Only if there's nothing good on TV tonight.
Fine standards you have there.
Have you tried watching TV lately?
Only Lost.
Oh, Jesus. Did I really just give you an angle to mention Lost?
You know, you can borrow my DVD set of the show and get caught up anytime, right?
I could live an entire life in the time it would take me to watch all those damn DVDs.
It'll change your life, dude.
How is a TV show going to change my life, Katie? Seriously.
You start out with characters in a suspenseful situation, your basic hook of the show. Then it progresses into mystery, involving where they are, who people really are, what people's real motivations are, and what different things mean. An exploration of society itself. Then there are religious, philosophical, and literary references that have you pouring through great works in order to learn more, to better understand life in Lost, and de facto, life itself. And then finally there's the island itself, the true star of the show. Where did it come from? What is the true nature and origin of its power? What secrets, what power does the island and life itself truly wield if we look closely enough?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Your lack of curiosity disappoints me.
I'm curious if this mat's any good where it matters.
We're just having coffee, nothing else.
You need to knock the dust off that thing.
Lauren, enough.
I'm just saying.
Life is not just about sex.
Only the good chapters.
Do you ever wonder about life with any depth?
Yes, Miss fucking Smarty Pants Philosopher, I do. I wonder why perfectly intelligent, able women allow themselves to be ruled by a religious, patriarchal, oppressive culture designed by men to benefit men, and not only fail to ignore that culture's rules and expectations, but reinforce them through emotionally belittling themselves a little every day because they can't live up to them. I think it's pathetic how women pine and whine over men, only to marry them, bear their children, find out that they're still men, divorce them, and then spend their lives alone, begging their children to care about them. I'd rather not, thank you very much. I'd rather just enjoy this life, and that includes piles of sex.
Fine, then be a fucking slut. Just don't expect me to be one too.
Okay, I'm leaving now. I hope your coffee date goes well.
Easy coffee.
You have to forgive me if I seem out of it. I didn't really have the best lunch with a friend of mine earlier today.
You think you ate something bad?
It wasn't really the food, it was the company.
Anything you want to talk about?
You'd have to know us both. There's always this funny space when you're getting to know somebody where you're open but your guard is up, you know? I mean, I'm obviously interested in getting to know you, at least to a small degree, perhaps better in time. But there's that space in the beginning, you know, where you're holding your proverbial hand, observing as much as you're sharing. Like I trust you this much, and maybe more in time. But it's too soon to totally or near totally open up. Particularly regarding other people in your lives. Particularly people who play a role in your life, you know what I mean? I know it kind of defeats the whole purpose of getting to know someone, holding anything back, I mean. But there has to be that balance, you know? You can't just jump in with someone emotionally until you know them enough, and vice versa. So they can truly understand what's bothering you and where you're coming from. Am I making any sense?
So, no, it's nothing you want to talk about. That's all you had to say.
Clearly that's not all I had to say. Because as you'll see if you get to know me better, I'm a person with an immense need to validate things. That nothing should just be thrown out there. How do you men do that anyway? How do you go about life just throwing things out there, devoid of analysis? Don't you ever desire to understand things better?
We generally accept the world as it is and go from there. We don't go through life trying to change things or things about people we have no control over.
You did not just insinuate what I think you just insinuated.
Take that statement, for instance. What do you think I insinuated? I made a flat statement. Men accept the world for what it is and people for who they are, and women, generally speaking, desire to change the world and people.
You insinuated that men are better than women.
Really? Because I just had my mental stenographer read back to me what I said verbatim, and at no point did I declare, infer, or insinuate that men are better than women.
Do you think that men are better than women?
Do I think men are better than women?
See, you do.
Come again? I merely repeated your question to insinuate how ridiculous it was. If that indicates anything, it indicates I reject the premise.
Your refusal to immediately discard the premise refutes that statement and indicates the otherwise.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Are whites better than blacks?
Absolutely not.
See, you immediately rejected that premise. You did not so immediately reject the former. That indicates to me, either consciously or unconsciously, a belief, at least to a median degree, that you support the notion. Ergo, that you believe that men are better than women.
Okay, what happened with your friend at lunch? I mean, that's really what we're getting at here, isn't it? You don't really want to talk about it with me because you don't feel like I know you well enough to understand where you're coming from yet, but you want to talk about it. So you're needling me until you're comfortable with my psycho-emotional state being as poor as yours and in a place you feel like I can relate to. That's really what we're getting at here, isn't it?
Huh?
Do you want to tell me what happened at lunch?
I already told you I don't want to talk about it. You'd have to know us both.
What was the nature of the difference then?
She's a sex fiend, and she thinks I should be one too.
Oh.
And for the record, the insinuation that I mentioned was that men have better sense than women, therefore implying that men are better than women.
Why don't we drop it?
People should never drop issues. They should work through them.
Then we're gonna need to see each other a lot more, because that'll take a lot longer than 2 cups of coffee.
What's your favorite kind of food?
Italian. Why?
I'll make us spaghetti and meatballs. You can come over. You can meet my friend. She's my best friend, actually.
Thanks for coming over to help me clean this place.
Thanks. No problem, man. So, dinner with her and her best friend, huh?
Yeah, man, I think this is going good so far. 1 coffee date and I'm up for the best friend seal of approval.
Or best friend decline of credit. It is technically a double-edged sword.
Did Janet ever put you up to the friend test?
Well, we were already having sex by the time I met her friends. Good thing, too, because they all hate me.
So what should I bring? Flowers? Dessert? Nice bottle of wine? 2 out of 3? All 3? I mean, I gotta bring something, right?
Don't bring flowers.
I knew you were gonna say that. I like giving a girl flowers. I feel old-fashioned cool when I give a girl flowers.
It might be old-fashioned cool to you, but it's just lame and creepy to women nowadays.
My mom always loved flowers. My pop gave my mom flowers any and every occasion as far back as I can recall growing up. We always had fresh flowers on our kitchen table, and it always made my mom smile. Man, what happened to women?
They grew balls.
No, they didn't. They took ours.
Look, just don't bring flowers, man.
What then? Wine or dessert?
Don't bring dessert either. I mean, they'll probably enjoy it, but it'll just make them feel fat whether they eat it or not.
Wine it is.
I recommend you bring a nice bottle. You'll most likely be graded on it.
Jesus.
What did you say she was serving?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Try and find a Sicilian red wine.
And if I can't,
Bring Chianti.
you're a smart guy some days.
Who gives a fuck? Smart. I'd still rather be in Motley Crue.
Did they rock that fucking arena or did they rock that fucking arena?
58 years old. Mick Mars can still outplay every shit guitarist I see nowadays.
I still can't believe Janet let you go.
You think I told Janet I went to the Crew? Are you out of your fucking mind?
What did you tell her then?
I told her your cousin Robbie needed help moving to Texas and it'd be an overnight trip.
You should have clued me in on that. We could have got seriously busted, man.
She never wants to talk to you unless she has to. You're considered a bad influence.
Why?
Because you invite me to Crew concerts, strip clubs, football games, baseball games, all un-Janet approved and thus all banned events.
Jesus.
It always works out pretty well using you in the end. I just tell her we're doing something semi-constructive, and she approves.
Which, in turn, gives her a semi-good impression of me.
Every so often, yeah.
I admire your work, sir.
Hey.
Hey, dude, I'm so glad you came. I'm really sorry about the other day, you know?
Please, what are friends for if they can't piss each other off and get over it? Besides, I wanted to meet the man who's finally managed to pierce the loss of Kurt.
Wouldn't go that far just yet.
So what am I doing? The meatballs?
Right. Remember how you made them that time we had dinner with your mom and your aunt?
You mean the way I always make them? The only way I know how to make them?
Yeah. Can you do them like that?
I think so.
Great. How's your aunt doing anyway?
She's pretty messed up. She tried to kill herself again.
Really?
Pills this time.
When?
The night David told me he loved me.
Jesus. I thought you just said that so you could leave.
No. I knew. I wouldn't normally leave a guy because of anything to do with her. Not anymore. I technically used her as an excuse, but not out of blatant dishonesty. Is that wrong?
I don't know. Maybe.
I hope to God there isn't a God.
If there is, you're screwed, man.
Listen to this. So I was having problems sleeping last night, and I tried adding up all the guys I've been with. I came up with 23.
23? Are you serious?
Are you serious? Like you haven't been with a few guys yourself.
A few, yeah, not 23, dude.
It's 28 if I include girls.
You've been with girls.
5 girls.
Anybody I know?
Do you remember Allison Parker?
From high school? She's a lesbian?
No more than I am.
In high school?
God, no. In college. I thought about telling you, but I wasn't sure how you'd react.
You could have told me. Hey, that's Matt.
I'll get it.
Hey,
Hi.
so everything's cooking, huh?
You have no idea.
Did somebody die?
We thought we'd spare you the usual sight of our brains spilling out of our mouths when we're together.
Oh, no, talk away, please. Allow me to witness the female lions in their natural habitat. Just kidding.
So, Katie tells me you're a libertarian.
I am indeed.
That's like no government, right?
The most stringent, hardcore libertarians are anarcho-capitalists, yes. I'm more of a limited government, fiscally responsible kind of a guy.
Interesting. What do you think about abortion?
No one will ever convince me personally that it isn't wrong, but I believe in keeping it safe and legal, as I do regarding all issues in which there is a great moral or ethical dispute. I believe whether the discussion is alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, hard drugs to a degree, gambling, abortion, prostitution, or adult pornography, you're talking about things that are going to go on a fairly large scale anyway. So you're better off as a society, in my opinion, safely regulating them and doing all you can socially to minimize their impact.
Not exactly the ringing endorsement for my right to control my own body that I like to hear as a woman.
Kind of revealing that this is the issue that matters most to you. Let me guess. Gay rights and the environment are second and third, right?
Don't tell me you reject global warming. The science is in.
But what can we honestly do about it?
You can say that about any issue.
To a degree, yes, which is why less is always more in politics and government, for that matter.
Why would you say that was revealing? I mean, a lot of people are for women's rights and gay rights and the environment.
Hey, I'm with you on gay marriage and adoption. Two people love each other, willing to raise a child with love and discipline. Goodwill to you and good luck. I don't think it's going to make any kid more or less gay than they would have been anyway. And most everyone's already willing to give them everything equal insofar as marriage via civil unions but the word marriage anyway. So I say let's concede the point. As long as it's two consenting adults, say it's marriage. Regarding the environment, I agree with fighting pollution. Global warming, I'm not so sure if India, China, and Russia don't play by the same rules too. If you ask me, the way to cleaner energy is ultimately solar, but don't take my word for it, take Rick Kurzweil's. And it was revealing, no offense, because it shows that you're the sheep that both major parties in the media think you are.
How so? And I never heard of Ray whoever.
You're sheep because you buy into diversionary smokescreen issues. The size, scope, and reach of government and all its bureaucracies, all the taxes it employs to fund all that government, the means and rates in which it collects those taxes, all the wasteful pork barrel spending, runaway entitlements, corporate bailouts, unbalanced budgets, runaway debt and trade deficits, those are the issues that most affect your life every single day. And they are not the issues that motivate you to vote one way or another, and they should be. Oh, and Ray Kurzweil is a scientist, inventor, and futurist. He wrote The Age of Spiritual Machines. It's all about how artificial intelligence and nanotechnology are going to change humanity in the latter half of this century. He's pretty much one of the smartest men on Earth. He believes that once we truly learn to harness the power of the sun, solar power will be all we ever need.
I hardly think they're smokescreen issues.
I assure you, they're little more than smoke screens in conversation.
We agree to disagree.
Well, shit.
Then our little dinner gets suddenly serious all of a sudden. Maybe we should talk about something else.
So, what's the worst thing you've ever done, Matt?
Isn't that an interesting question?
That's why I love to ask it.
You know, you can stop anytime. Lauren gets off on being obnoxious.
I resemble that remark. I'm waiting.
I stalked my ex-girlfriend, Madeline. I also generally harass women that reject me. I don't do it to frighten women or deliberately harass them. I just always believe I'll get through to them. It never dawns on me until way later. I really shouldn't do that.
Oh, man.
You should never be that honest. For future reference.
So what's the worst thing you've ever done to a guy?
Who cares?
I cheated on my boyfriend's final in high school, and he got an F.
That's the worst thing you've ever done?
I still feel bad about it.
You've never cheated on anyone?
Never. Have you?
Never.
Nothing in the world ever breaks your heart like being cheated on. Sorry if Lauren's a handful.
It's okay. She's her own woman.
I'm glad you came. I'm glad you gave me your card. Call me tomorrow.
Absolutely. 2 weeks. Call me tomorrow, she said. I called her 3 times that day. Another the next day, another a week ago, and another today. Nada. Nothing. I got blown off. I got blown off like I always do. 2 dates and out. Not even 2 dates. 2 sit-ins with her representative of herself. She was kissing me goodbye to tell me thanks for playing when she kissed me on my way out that night. I must have been out of my mind to think that girl was digging me.
If it's any consolation, I thought she liked you. I mean, maybe it's just a case of life, you know? Just didn't take. So you move on to the next one. And if she's still not the one, move on to the next one after that.
You say that like I can just go to the girl store, pick one out, and bring her home and try her out. If it were that easy, I wouldn't have this problem. In real life, I have to convince them to give me a chance. I have to persuade them.
I could get you that book that 9-year-old wrote about how to talk to girls if you want.
I'm being serious.
So am I. Kid's got insight.
I don't think a 9-year-old quite understands my dilemma.
Okay, then get Neil Strauss's book. Get anybody's book. Go to a fucking seminar, man. Do something.
So I can be the next Frank T.J. Mackey? No, thank you.
Hey, players are cold, but players get laid, and they have options.
No, thank you. And I thought you told me that trying to build up my game was a bad idea.
Yeah, well, that was before I realized how little you actually had.
Thanks.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should find a hot 20-year-old Russian girl and tell her you'll make her an American if she marries you.
Uh-huh. And what do I do once she divorces me, once she's officially an American?
Oh, I didn't think that far.
I would also prefer to find a woman I can actually communicate with. Thank you very much.
A definite plus.
I don't even know where to begin. What the hell did cavemen do?
I don't think their methods are legal anymore.
How has humanity managed to reproduce this long? Have women always been this difficult?
You were probably just supposed to be gay.
You fucking useless. Anybody ever tell you that?
Hi.
Hey.
Can I talk to you? Hi, I'm Katie.
Hey, how are you? I'm Ken. I guess I'll be leaving now. It was nice to meet you.
Have a seat.
So,
So I got your messages. I'm really sorry I didn't call you back.
I take it you came in person to ask me to please stop and leave you alone.
No, actually I came to explain myself.
You don't have to explain yourself. I get it. You decided to pass.
Really? Actually, I was liking you, but I got back together with Kurt, so I thought you deserved to know.
And now I know. Anything else?
You know, half of me wasn't even sure I should come here and tell you this in person. I did it out of respect. You could be more understanding.
Half of you? What half would that be? Your better half?
You're making this really uncomfortable.
Oh, well, shit. You needn't be considerate of my feelings, but I should damn well be considerate of yours.
I thought we could be friends.
You thought wrong.
Yeah, you're being really immature.
Why? Because I feel like a fool for thinking you might be fucking different? For believing you were over your ex, only to see you take him right back because he's tired of the latest girl he's fucking cheating on you with? So you can blow me off, tell me 2 weeks later you want to be fucking friends? Why? So you can have a backup plan for the next time he cheats on you or leaves you again? Allow me to fucking fill you in, Angel. He will. You fucking women. You wouldn't know a good man from a fucking phony if your fucking life depended on it. You don't even know that if a guy has good game, that means he's fucking practiced at it. He's fucking sharpened at it. A good man is real. A good man doesn't always know what to say. You have to give a good man a fucking chance.
You know what? I'm sorry I ever came here today. Have a nice fucking life. Fucking asshole psycho.
It was only worthwhile in getting you over Kurt, which he didn't. Not that I don't hope he changes and you guys make it this time. So you don't need to lose any sleep over him. Look, any single guy who seems like he's worth having is single for a reason. You always have to ask yourself, what's wrong with him then if he's single? And how long will it take me to set him to my specifications, if I even can? It's always a risky proposition.
I liked him though, you know. We could have been friends, right? I mean, anyway, if single women don't give single guys a chance, what are we doing? Just taking men from each other?
Enjoy dating more psychos then.
Gotta get Curtis for real this time.
Tell me again how this happened.
Well, a couple weeks ago was his birthday, right? So I called him to tell him happy birthday, and he invited me over. So I came over, you know, like just because I wanted to show him that we could be friends and get along and everything. And he told me that he's not even seeing what's-her-name, you know? And he told me that he missed me, and he wants me back, and I told him that I missed him too, you know? And then we hugged and we kissed, and then I stayed over.
I get that, but why are you taking him back?
Well, we hung out the whole next day, and he promised me that he wasn't seeing her anymore, you know? He said he wanted to change.
He swore he was going to change last time. And what is her name?
Kara. I don't like saying it. You know, if Matt Livingston is what I have to work with, Kurt is getting a third chance.
Are you worried Matt's going to keep calling you?
If he does, I mean, I just won't answer, you know?
I say you tell him off. Or better yet, tell the cops.
I found out with Kurt, that only encourages them, you know?
I'll never understand that. After I break up with a guy, I never give a fuck about him. I usually don't even think about him anymore.
I do. I guess it depends, though, you know? Like on the level of feelings involved. And how long it takes to find a guy of equal or greater quality.
Yeah, you care too much.
Man, 6 months from now, you won't even care. If you were normal, I mean.
You know what I was thinking about earlier? What's it all for? I mean, seriously.
That's just how we were made. We want to pair up and reproduce.
I'll grant you that. The most literal purpose of life is to go on, to carry on. I get that. I do. But deeper than that, why? For what greater good? For what greater purpose?
Who knows? I mean, I say it's to make a good society, to lead good lives.
That's actually a really good answer.
I'm here all week.
I was actually thinking about it for a while, and I began with, well, what are we?
And what are we?
We are horny, aggressive, territorial, carnivorous primates with familial and like-seeking social tendencies.
This is what you say we are.
This is what I believe we truly are, deep down.
And?
And I counter this with what I believe is the best we can be. And the best we can be is kind, caring, generous, responsible, understanding, forgiving, and merciful.
Sounds kind of new agey.
It's not. Nothing vegetarian, nothing organic, and no meditation involved. It's just true blue balls out goodness.
I never thought of goodness as balls out.
It is, because it's hard to be good.
And this is our greater purpose.
No, that's just what we are and the best we can be. A society that leads us to as much individually is what we should be. That's what I came up with.
You were thinking of that because it's not what you can't find with women. You're avoiding.
I know what's wrong with me and women. I'm unusual and I'm overly passionate. And I compete poorly for love. Women nowadays all want us to compete for them. With their exes, with other guys they're stringing along in the background, or with other guys they're seeing. And I can't do that, man.
That's too bad because you're not likely to find one that's totally and completely single. I'm just saying.
I don't know. What do you think my dad would tell me to do?
Who knows? Your parents were from a whole other era.
I always miss my dad when I don't know what to do. Thanks for having me over.
Mom said you called. She said you sounded sincere and that you really needed to talk to me. So what's up, Matt? Why are you here after 13 years? I swore I'd never speak to you again.
You're here because you're a good person who didn't deserve to be hounded and degraded by me, no matter what happened between us. You're here because I want to tell you that I'm sorry. Because I want to try to be somebody besides who I've always been. You're here because I don't want to die alone. And if I'm going to change, I have to take responsibility for what I've done wrong. And that begins with you.
Jesus, I thought maybe your mother had died or one of your sisters had cancer. Something mortal, Matt. Something real.
Hey, this is real.
You feel guilty for being an asshole after 13 years? Are you fucking serious?
I'm trying to fucking change.
Been doing a real fine job 10 seconds in. Do you want to fucking leave already?
Wait, just wait. Please.
Why should I? Why should I care?
I met someone new, I blew it, and I'm tired of this. I want to start over, but I can't. Until I make things right with you.
Just let it go. I have. You just never learn to let go. You just fight and fight, long after everything that you've been fighting for is lost. It's like you don't even know.
I thought what we had was worth fighting for.
Yeah, until you crossed every line known to man.
I was hurt.
And you gave it back, 10 times over.
So let me say I'm sorry, and be my friend now, and help me move forward.
The way to move forward is to move on.
Why is it every woman tells me to move on, but no woman will move on with me? Why is that?
Because you're a psycho. Stop being a psycho.
This isn't going the way I had hoped.
Because you thought I'd just let you stroll in here, say that shit was a long time ago, everything's been forgiven, and let's just be friends now? Is that how you thought it was gonna go? Well, no. Some things sting forever. Being terrorized by a man that you thought loved you stings forever. Being told you're a piece of shit by a man that you thought you might marry stings forever. The only way to numb it was to let it go and to move on. And I did, and yes, I missed you. But You didn't deserve to know me anymore.
I'm sorry. I was just hurt.
I know that I cheated on you, and I know that I wasn't good to you, but you became a monster, Matt.
Do you think you can ever forgive me?
Maybe someday, probably someday, but not yet. Not today. I'm sorry.
I really am happy to be back with you.
Not as happy as I am. I love you, Kurt.
I love you too.
Aren't you gonna get that?
Nah, I don't care who it is.
Don't you want to see who it is?
Why?
Just check, okay?
It's not a big deal.
That fucking bitch!
The fuck?
That fucking bitch! You still see that fucking bitch?
What are you fucking talking about?
You fucking asshole! Just get the fuck out! Just get the fuck out!
I can't control fucking calls.
Fuck out! You fucking liar!
Oh, bullshit! Oh, fuck that! I can't control fucking calls. You're gonna change my goddamn number?
Get the fuck out! You're gonna fucking change your number. You're gonna change your number. He's still gonna fucking call you.
Oh, bullshit! Oh, fuck that! You know I'm not gonna fucking do that shit!
You fucking asshole. You fucking cheated on me. You always fucking cheat on me. I gave you so many fucking chances and you still keep doing it. Fuck you, man. That's not fucking love. That's bullshit.
You want me to be fucking honest, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been fucking talking to her. I don't see why it fucking matters. I fucking loved her the way I fucking love you now. You gonna fucking bitch about that shit? Huh? Come on, what?
You're asking me to tell you.
Tell me what to fucking do.
Get the fuck out. Get out and don't ever fucking talk to me again. Don't ever fucking talk to me. Don't ever call me. Don't text me. Just fucking.
Just like that, you're gonna tell me to get the fuck out. You're gonna fucking end it all. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, get the fuck out.
Come on. Are you just like that, really? Alright. Just for one fucking second, can you please just remember with me, alright? Remember what we've gone. Come on. Remember what we've fucking gone through. Come on, all the times we had together, everything we fucking shared, you know, fucking vacations, Christmases, trips, and you're really gonna throw it away over a phone call. Come on, Katie. Really.
I don't want to remember life with you anymore. Just get the fuck out.
You really mean that? You really fucking mean that?
Get out of my life.
Fine, fuck it. Fuck you.
Here, doctor's orders. So now what?
Now we get drunk and plan our single lives. For the rest of our lives.
This is a major turning point for you. I think you might go lesbo?
It wouldn't work.
What if you just moved to Europe and fuck hot European guys with charming accents for a year?
I feel bad later.
Well, that's both my ideas for you.
You know, the great guys are all married. The nice guys are all psycho and the rest all fucking cheap. Have I forgotten anyone?
What about artists?
Artists, musicians, writers, and actors. The drunk and unstable, you mean?
What about models?
All gay, stupid, or cheaters.
Personal trainers?
Oh, God. All cheaters.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
I'd rather die alone.
Lawyers?
Cheaters and workaholics.
Okay. Waiters, bartenders, and salesmen. It's now all the categories of guys I've ever slept with.
Lame, lamer, and lamest. Career students, cheaters, and cheaters. You fucked a Jehovah's Witness?
He came to my house. Oh, I called David earlier today.
Why?
I was envious of what I thought you had again with Kurt. I always thought he was an asshole, and I'm not surprised this happened again with him. But I always root for you. And watching you believe in him again made me believe in something again, if just a little bit. And I was actually envious I didn't have that in my own life. I hadn't missed believing in someone in a while. So I called David. And I told him if he could be cooler with his feelings, I'd be willing to try again.
So now you're me and I'm you. God help us.
You have a ways to go before you're me, and vice versa. You just need to learn to move on. And the only way you're ever going to move on is to do it, Katie. Few things in life are as precious as your time. You shouldn't waste it on emotional processing.
Well, I have to.
Then you need to grow up, because by the time you're done processing everything, your life will have passed you by.
She just left?
This morning, I came home and all her stuff was gone. All she left was this letter.
I'm over here moping about a girl I just met in an ex 10 years ago, and your life's just being taken from you. I'm so sorry, Ken.
She says she's been seeing some guy for over a year now. Some attorney. After I was so faithful to her, no matter how bad I wished I was free. Because I was detached from her, she says.
So what now?
Now I raise our daughter on my own.
Alone for good?
I have no idea.
Are you gonna try and win her back?
She already shut her phone off, closed her email account. Her boss said she quit her job. Now I have no way to reach her. No way to tell her if our daughter gets sick or dies. Or to ask her how I'm supposed to tell our little girl where her mom is and if she's ever coming back. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be forever. Maybe she knew I missed seeing other women, I don't know. I thought it was good enough that I didn't act on it. Maybe she saw something I was gonna do, only she did it first. I don't know.
You can't blame yourself for this. It'll destroy you from the inside out. It'll leave you twisted and bitter in ways you can't even imagine right now. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell Amanda her mom went on a trip with some friends for now. And in time. I just can't tell you.
I'm only a call away if you need me. You're the closest thing to a brother I've ever had. And I'll always stop whatever I'm doing to be there for you if you need me. No matter whoever comes along, whoever stays, or whoever goes. If you or your daughter ever need me, I'll be there.
Hey,
Hey,
can I talk to you?
of course you can.
You were right about Kurt. He never would have been faithful to me. I know that now. I made a mistake in taking you back again. But I still don't think you had a right to take issue with me. I just met you. And yeah, I was liking you, you know? But that was just crazy, man. All those calls.
Once upon a time, I was in love. I was at home with my girlfriend, Maddie, and her 4-year-old daughter at the time. We didn't have a lot. We didn't even have a couch. So we had to watch movies in chairs. And on this day, we were watching The Lion King, her daughter on my lap. We lived upstairs where we lived, and we had the windows open this day. And it was the most beautiful day, with the lightest breeze just blowing through the window, just barely rustling the curtains on its way to reaching us in the center of the room. And Maddie was sitting next to me, holding my hand as I held her daughter. And it felt like a family. It felt like my family. I lost her to another man, and I never spoke to her for over 12 years. I finally saw her the other day, for the first time in a very long time. She said I tried too hard, long after things were lost. I just believe in trying in this life. And I know, I may go about it the wrong way, but this life didn't come with a manual. It didn't come with instructions. I don't understand why more women don't take more chances with men when they can. Yes, maybe you make mistakes along the way, but you're never going to find the love you're looking for in this life if you're always hiding behind your ex or looking for any reason not to give a new guy a chance. You never know what you're missing if you never take a chance when a chance comes along.
I'm sorry, I'm just not ready.